Today, I'm adding a new video to my Aliencell playlist on YouTube. And this one is going to be using Alien Space software to create a material test grid. And I'm really liking this software, the way it works, because you have so many more options than you do in Lightburn for the test grid. So let's jump up into the software and let me show you how this is done. So I'm in the home page here now. I'm going to click on New Project up in the right. And I'm going to come way down here. You see where this rectangle is? On the bottom right side of that rectangle is a little down arrow. I'm going to click on that down arrow and I'm going to choose something different. So I think I'll use the star for this one. And I'll hold down Shift and just draw out a star. Now, we want to make sure that that star is whatever size we want the material test to be. So let's go ahead and make sure to turn the lock aspect on and change the size over here. Let's say we want it 15 and press enter. So now we have a 15 millimeter star. And you know that stars engrave differently than squares, that engrave differently than circles or polygons, or that everything engraves differently. No matter what shape you're using, it's going to engrave differently. So now if I hold Control and roll my mouse wheel, I can zoom in on this a bit. And down on the bottom here again, I'm going to click on Tool Library. And this time I'm going to go to Material Test. And when I click on that, it brings up the Material Test dialog right here. And we can get a good idea of what we've got going on here. So let's say that we wanted to engrave. So I've got this set to engrave already. So we're going to engrave. We're going to change our speed. I'm going to put my speed at let's say 350 millimeters per second. And we're going to go with a max of 600. And 5 rows is good. The 2 millimeter row spacing is good. But if you wanted, you could change that. We'll change it to 5. And we'll do the same thing with the column spacing over here. Change that to 5. And now we just do our power. So what do you want the minimum power to be? And so I'll say 50 on this one. And we'll go from 50 to 95. And that's it. Our material test is done. So if I click Done right now, this file is ready to run our material test. It's very quick. It's very easy. Now, if we were to get rid of this and choose, let's say, a different shape this time, let's go with a polygon and hold Shift again and draw out our triangle there. And again, make sure that it's locked up here and set this to, let's say, 15 millimeters. Then we can do the same thing. But before I do that, I'm going to click on Cut over here. So now I already know that, let's say I'm going to be doing this with 3 millimeter Baltic birch. So I'll come over here to Unknown Material. And I'll select the basswood plywood, which is pretty similar, and 3 millimeters, and click Confirm. And now it's already got those automatic settings in there. So now we have this selected. It's set to cut with recommended settings. And we can just come down here to the tool library, click on that, come to Material Test, and do the same thing that we did before. So now we want to do the minimum speed on this at, let's say 8 millimeters per second, and the maximum at 15. 5 rows is good. The spacing is good. The power, we're going to go from, I'm using the 40 watts, so from 60 to 100, and that's it. And it's finished. And when I click Done, there it is. It's finished, ready to run. So now over here in your object list, it's going to show you the test array. So we can expand this and we can see the shape group and the text group. So let's click on the shape group. And as we move over the shapes, you'll see them highlight on the screen. If we pick one, it'll show us on the right side that the power would be 90, the speed would be 15. And as you see here, 15 and 90. If we pick a different one, Over here, 13 and 60, 13 and 60. I mean, this is really so easy to do. Okay, and now let's talk about my favorite feature on the material test, and that is doing some grayscale testing. So I'm going to come down to the bottom again. This time I'm going to click on import, and from import I'm going to click this PNG file right here and say open. And we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to make sure that it's locked, and we're going to set this to 15, or let's set it to 20 millimeters like that. And now that we've got that locked, let me zoom in on that a little bit. You can see that that is an image, and we can come right back down here again to material test. And this is something that I think a lot of people are going to be very happy with, is being able to run a material test with images. So again, all we do is set our speed and our power. Let's do a minimum of 400 and a maximum of 600. We'll leave the rows the same. We'll do a power of, say, 35 to 75, something like that. Leave the columns the same. And now you see here we have our bitmap. Now all we have to do is just say done, and we're finished. So if we look at our test array over here, you're going to see we have our shape group, and we can do image number 1. So we'll leave that in Jarvis. Let's go image number 2, and let's change that one to Floyd. Okay, let's go to image number 3, and let's change that to Stucky. And all the way across, we can change them to whatever we want, Atkinson. And then we'll do the final one. Let's just do Burks, right? So we can also do that all the way across here with all these different powers and speeds and get a really incredible image test on this material test. Really nice feature that I love about this software. So a short video today to add to my Aliencell playlist on YouTube for those of you that are buying the machine, and I'm guessing that a lot of people are going to be buying this machine in 2026. This is just how quick and easy it is to do a material test. So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And as always, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.